Mark had been at the company for exactly 47 days. He was never late. Not once. But on the morning of his biggest presentation, his train was delayed. He walked through the door at 9:05 a.m. His manager was waiting. "You're fired," she said. "We don't tolerate lateness here." 3 months later, that same manager was begging Mark to come back. But by then, Mark had already made a decision that would destroy her career. Mark was 22, fresh out of college, and thrilled to land an internship at one of the biggest logistics firms in Chicago. The pay was terrible, $15 an hour, but the experience was supposed to be priceless. His manager, Linda, had a reputation. Everyone warned him. "She's a clock watcher," they said. "If you're not at your desk by 9, she writes you up." Mark didn't think much of it. He was always early anyway. For 6 weeks, Mark arrived at 8:45 every morning. He made coffee for the team. He stayed late. He took on projects no one else wanted. And then, on the morning of August 14th, everything changed. Mark's train hit a signal failure. He texted Linda at 8:55. "Running 5 minutes late, train delay, presentation is ready." No response. He ran 3 blocks from the station. He burst through the office doors at 9:05, laptop in hand, sweating, out of breath. Linda was standing by his desk, arms crossed. "You're late," she said. Mark explained. The train, the text, the presentation. Linda didn't blink. "Company policy is clear. 3 strikes and you're out. This is your 3rd. Mark was stunned. "My 3rd? I've never been late before." Linda pulled out a folder. Inside were 3 documented incidents. One from his 2nd week, a bathroom break that ran too long. One from week 4, a late return from lunch that was actually Linda sending him on an errand. And now, this. "You can't be serious," Mark said. Linda smiled. "HR will process your termination by noon. Pack your things." Mark didn't argue. He went to his desk, he opened his laptop, and then he did something no one expected. See, Mark wasn't just an intern. He was also the person who had built the company's entire new client tracking system, from scratch, in his spare time. No one else knew how it worked. The documentation, Mark had it. The passwords, only he had the master keys. And the presentation he was supposed to give that morning, it was for the company's biggest potential client in 5 years, a $40 million account. Mark didn't cause a scene. He didn't threaten anyone. He simply packed his things, walked out, and sent one email. To the CEO subject line, resignation, and a few things you should know. In that email, Mark explained exactly what Linda had done. He attached the fake write-ups. He attached the text message she'd ignored. And he attached something else. A detailed breakdown of the client tracking system with a note. "I built this on my own time. It's my intellectual property. I'm happy to discuss licensing." The CEO called Mark that afternoon. Then again the next day. Then Linda was reassigned. Then she was under review. Then she was gone. But by then, Mark had already been hired by the client, the $40 million account, at triple the salary, as their new systems director. Linda tried to sue for wrongful termination of Mark. The company settled out of court. The client tracking system? Mark licensed it back to his old company for a 6-figure fee. Last I heard, Linda was working retail management in a different state. Mark? He's 25 now, running his own tech consulting firm. He has a rule. I don't hire people who clock watch. I hire people who build things. And every year on August 14th, he takes the day off, just because he can. If you think Mark did the right thing, drop it in the comments. If you've got a workplace revenge story of your own, I want to hear it. Email me at corporatekarma@email.com. And if you want more stories where toxic bosses get exactly what they deserve, hit subscribe. New Corporate Karma every Tuesday and Friday.